Friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do 7th standard civics lesson number 6 question answers. So first question is, list the restrictions on the powers of the government. The answer is, the restrictions on the power of the state government placed by the Constitution itself are as follows. The state shall not discriminate between and among citizens on the basis of caste, religion, race, language or sex. Second, the state shall not deny anybody equality before law and equal protection of the law. Third, no person shall be deprived of his life. Fourth, the state shall not impose any religious taxes. Now second question, say yes or no. The jobs advertised in the newspaper are for men and women both. Answer is yes. Now second, men and women doing the same work in a factory get different wages. The answer is yes. Government implements various schemes for the improvement of public health. Yes. Fourth, the state shall protect all monuments of historic interest and national importance. Yes. Next question, tell why. The state shall protect all monuments of historic interest. The answer is, the state shall protect all monuments of historical interest because it is the duty of the state to preserve our rich and varied national heritage. Now second question, a pension scheme is implemented for old people. The answer is, a pension scheme is implemented for the old people because there is a directive principle that the state shall offer public assistance to citizens in cases of unemployment, old age and sickness. Third question, free and compulsory education has been made available to children in the age group 6 to 14. Free and compulsory education has been made available to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years because, first point, it is a fundamental duty of every parent or guardian to provide opportunities of education to his or her child. Second point, right to education has become a fundamental right. Now, fourth question, say right or wrong, correct and write the wrong ones. First question, not to let the national flag fall down on the ground. Answer is right. Second, to stand at attention while the national anthem is playing. Right. To carve or paint our names on the walls of a historic place like a fort. Wrong. Correct statement is, to abjure from carving or painting our names on the walls of a historical place like a fort. Fourth question, to give lesser wages to women than to men for the same work. Wrong. Correct statement is, to give equal wages to women and men for the same work. Fifth question, to keep public places clean. Right. Now Fifth question, write about the following. The directive principles of the Constitution enumerated in the textbook. Some of the important directive principles enumerated in the Constitution are: the state shall secure adequate means of livelihood to all citizens without any gender discrimination. Second, the state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Third, the state shall promote with special care the educational and social interest of the weaker sections, especially the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes. Fourth point, the state shall protect all monuments of historic interest and national importance. This is the answer of first question. Now second, the provision of a uniform civil code for citizens in the directive principles of the Indian Constitution. The answer is, the directive principle states that the state shall secure a uniform civil code applicable to the entire country. Second, the Constitution does not discriminate between and among the citizens on the basis of caste, religion, race, language, or sex. Third, but provision for special educational and economic care for the weaker section of society, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, has been made. Fourth, to treat every individual of the society as equal, the provision of uniform civil code was made in the directive principles. Third, why it is said that the directive principle and fundamental rights are two sides of the same coin. The directive principles and the fundamental rights are said to be the two sides of the same coin because fundamental rights ensure political democracy, whereas the directive principle pave the way for social and economic democracy. Second, political democracy is said to be incomplete without social and economic democracy. Third, the fundamental rights provide to the citizens much needed freedom, liberty, whereas the directive principles are conducive to welfare state. Fourth, the objective of a developed and progressive democracy can be achieved when these two go hand in hand. Now sixth question, what are the ways in which citizens can conserve the environment? Write with examples. Answer is, the citizens can conserve the environment by avoiding the following types of activities that cause pollution. First, wanton cutting down of trees, use of plastic, industrial waste released in rivers and lakes, excessive smoke emitted by vehicles cause pollution. Second, blaring loudspeakers and steering horns cause noise pollution. Third, pollution disturbs the balance of nature and causes harm to the environment. Fourth, it also adversely affects the health of the people and animals. Fifth, it is a fundamental duty of every citizen to protect and improve our environment. So, we have completed the lesson number 6 we have completed. So if you like my video, please like and subscribe. Bye friends.